Like on the title, today we are going to talk about when to cancel the wedding. I know it is one of the most hardest and painful decisions that you can make as a person. Now, recently, someone sent me a DM and she was struggling to cancel her wedding. Her wedding was supposed to be 2 weeks ahead in this month, and she was in between making a decision to cancel the wedding or continue with the wedding. So she needed someone who could give her advice. So I felt it necessary to share with you. So guys, today we are going to look at some of the reasons why you should cancel that wedding. If you're watching me for the very first time, I'm Asperia and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome. Asperia. Marriage is a permanent union between a man and woman before the Lord. Now, that is permanent. It's a lifetime commitment that you make before the Lord, that you are going to stay with this person until death separates you. Now, before you commit, before you say, yes, I do, there are so many things that you have to consider before you make that decision to tie yourself for the rest of your life. Now, today, so many people don't get scared into entering into toxic marriages because they think there is a provision for divorce. They say, after all, I will divorce them and I become fine. I move on with my life. I remarry. Now, before the Lord, let me tell you, there is no divorce. The Bible says, two shall become one flesh. That means there is no way you can separate one. Okay, our courts of the law, all our governments, they support divorce in so many ways, but according to the Lord, there is no divorce. You have to still stay with that person for the rest of your life. Now, even if you go to the court and dissolve the marriage before the people, before the Lord, you're going to still be bound to that person. If you remarry or if you go into another relationship, that is going to be considered adultery. Now, that is very painful. And if you're a Christian, having to live in guilt for the rest of your life is very painful because it takes your peace from your spirit and you do not have the joy of your salvation. To other people that are not Christians, it could be okay, or it is okay. They don't have a guilty conscience. But to a devoted Christian, it is very painful because you understand what the scriptures say about divorce. Now, that means before you make any commitment with any man or any woman, before you take them to the Lord and decide to live together for the rest of your lives, you have to put a lot of things in consideration. Now, number one, if you see any form of abuse, can be verbal, physical, mental, anything to do with abuse in a relationship, don't think it is something that you should take lightly. If a man beats you in a relationship, today he has removed your tooth, the following day is breaking your ribs, the other day is going to break your spinal cord, that is not someone you should commit to stay with for the rest of your life. If there is any form of abuse, no matter how the other side shines, no matter how much money this person has or which kind of wealth he possesses, that is a serious red flag that you do not have to compromise. Love is kind. Love is compassionate. If this person loves you, there is no reason whatsoever to abuse you, to beat you, to deform you, to take away part of your body. That is not a person that you should commit to stay with for the rest of your life. So if you see any form of abuse in your relationship, don't just compromise. Run for your dear life. And number two, if you see any form of infidelity. Now, so many people think that if I get married to this person, probably I'm going to satisfy them sexually. they may not be able to cheat. I'm going to be there for them. I'm going to be a good wife or a good man. I'm going to provide. I'm going to cook. I'm going to care for them. And I'll make them blind. They're not going to see other women. Even if I catch him, having a sexual intercourse with another woman right in the bed, I'm going to forgive them. Love is forgiving, and I'm supposed to tolerate them. Marriage is not a chore for lust. A person that is lustful, a person that cheats on you in a relationship is not going to stop after marriage until God changes that person himself. That means if this person gets born again and they get committed to the work of the Lord and they transform, that is when I can say this person can change. But you as a wife, as a husband, or as a person, you cannot change their behavior. So if this person, you caught him cheating the other day is flirting with girls, the other day is, complimenting women before your presence, this is a lady you found red-handed cheating on you, and you feel like, let me marry her, because if I marry her, she's going to stop. Now, you're not going to be good. You're not good. If there is any form of infidelity that you feel you cannot tolerate, please don't go ahead and wed that person. Hold on. Let this person first change their behavior. Let them first get transformation, and then you can go ahead and wed. First wait. You're not rushing for anyone. You're not going to catch silver or gold into that marriage. You're going to be in bondage. I have watched a story of a young lady who just got married recently and divorced before it could even finish 6 months, because she settled for those red flags. Imagine you are in your honeymoon, you are in bed, and someone is texting another woman telling them, I miss you. Honestly speaking, don't settle for infidelity. If this person is cheating, give them time to change. If they can't change, cancel that wedding. Yes, you owe nobody a wedding. You are the one going to spend the rest of your time in that marriage, not anyone else. Cancel it now. And then number 3, if you have unmatched health status, and this is what I mean. If you have gone for premarital testing and counseling, and probably you found out that your partner is having a certain disease that you cannot tolerate, maybe you have a different HIV status. Maybe this is something that they have not talked to you about. Don't go ahead and wait, because you are fearing people. What are they going to say? We have already issued cards. We have already told them about the wedding. Let me just go ahead blindly and marry this person. And when you marry that person, you reach into the marriage, you become frustrating to them, because they need positive living. They need love. And this is you frustrating them or reminding them of the past. If you cannot stay with a person that has HIV, please don't go ahead and wed them. If you feel you cannot stay with a person that has sickle cell or diabetes or any other form of illness, don't wed them. If you feel, yes, I can tolerate, I can still love them with their unmatched health statuses, you can go ahead and wed. But if you feel something is telling you, I can't, because there are so many marital things that you have to fulfill when you are married. You have to give your husband your body. And if you feel he's HIV positive, or he has this, all that, on that, and you feel I cannot, you are going to compromise. And in that marriage, you're not going to be happy. Yes, there are so many marital problems that come in our marriages, but make sure what you settled for, you can tolerate. If you feel you cannot tolerate someone's status, now, I'm not saying that these bad people here that I've mentioned do not deserve love. They do. But if that is not the person you can tolerate, don't go ahead and tie them on your body. Don't tie them and kill the market for them. There could be someone out there that can love them unconditionally. If you feel you're compromising, you're feeling pity for this person, you're feeling compassion for this person, let me just love him. After all, no one is going to love him. Don't go ahead and wed that person, because very soon you're going to regret and you're going to break their hearts. 4, if you feel pressurized, pressure from parents, pressure from in-laws, pressure from friends, you feel like I'm not into this thing of wedding, but someone is pushing me, or maybe your partner is, pushing you to go ahead and wait. Don't go ahead and wait someone when you are not fully committed. Marriage is a commitment. It is going to take your attention, your love. You're going to choose to stay with this person for the rest of your life. Now, don't settle because of pressure. Now, my mom told me I have to marry him, or this, their family, or he paid school fees for me, or my friends, or you have foolish reasons why you're wedding that person. If you feel you're pressurized, you have not made your mind to marry this person. For virginity, like, what are you doing? Why are you putting yourself into that? Cancel that wedding and be free before you tie the knot and struggle with divorce. You know? This video is kind of tough, but I believe you've learned something. But I will still encourage, if you find you're compromising your values, you are not ready for that thing of commitment, please don't go ahead and wait. I believe you found something helpful, and if that is so, please click subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. I love you so much.